Hello everybody, we're on videos. Miss Jamie from Wonders Games. Today we're doing an unboxing video. Okay, this is an unboxing video which I never thought I'd get round to doing because originally when it first became available I didn't actually have the system to play it on, which is the PlayStation 5. This contains the collector's edition of Turrican. I paid £99 and 17 pence from Strictly Limited Games, and this has been out quite a number of years, and now I've got the PlayStation 5, and also it was running incredibly low on stock, so I thought I'd better get it now before I lose the opportunity altogether. But it was also available for the Switch and the PlayStation 4. And yes, I do have the visual games on the Amiga as well. Of course. So when it first came out, I have to admit there's a little bit of hesitation. Part of me kept thinking to myself, buy it anyway. But I just kept thinking to myself, there's no point because you don't have the systems to play it on. But what I did do is, I did go on Strictly Limited Games and I bought the physical versions of Super Turrican for the SNES and Mega Turrican for the Mega Drive. £50 of that and £50 of that. And it's not the original artwork, but again, I love the art style of it. So we'll do some close-ups. I was going to do an unboxing, but I never got around to doing it. So yes, it made more sense to buy those versions because I didn't have the original Mega Drive and SNES versions in my collection. But of course, in the Amiga, it's a different story. I got a mint box version of the first game, a mint box version of the second game, and of course the third box was slightly bigger, and it's still the most expensive game on the Amiga, is also mint. So, superb. Don't have every single version, haven't played every single version, but every version I have played is absolutely superb. But yes, this should feature most of them. We'll see. Okay, we'll do the unboxing part in a moment. There was also another version, I don't know if it's still available though, which of course was more expensive than this one, but what I did have was a big figurine character statue sort of thing. And I don't know how big it is, it might be around about that, but yes, my friend Andrew Blind did buy that one, but unfortunately he had to wait a long time for that one. But he has got it now, and hopefully it was worth it. But yeah, it doesn't feature a figurine, but it does feature additional things, which of course I'll include for this video. But anyway, you need a knife. Okay, let's unbox it, but yes, I have to admit, it's quite a heavy box, but I think there's actually a book in here as well. Yes, we like free goodies. I do. Always gets messy doing unboxing videos. Always does. There you go, I love the box. It's interesting because the other day, one of my friends at work did actually ask me randomly, he said, Jamie, have you bought any more games recently? Because he knows I like games. And I said, yes, I actually bought this. And I was telling him a bit about it, he didn't know anything about Turrican. And I said to him that, yes, I do actually have the visual games. And he said, so you bought them again, even though you already have them? Yes. It's more to it than that. I love owning these boxes. I mean, look at that. That's fantastic. But yes, I do own them originally. But yes, it's not going to stop me, of course. You've got to be a gamer to understand these things. And he's not really much into games. He used to be. But he's a 90s boy. But there we go. Turrican Collector's Edition. That is superb. Apologies about all this moving around malarkey, but unfortunately I don't have the space to do these sort of videos. But we do have a postcard. There we go. Superb. Absolutely love it. Love the art style. Right, knife on the floor as you do. Right, let's open up this box. And I have made a bit of space for this. Even though the boxes are getting smaller, the quality is getting higher. It's brilliant, really is superb. But yes, quite a lot of games in here. Turrican 1, Turrican 2, Turrican 3, Mega Turrican Director's Cut, Mega Turrican Score Attack, Super Turrican Director's Cut, and Super Turrican Score Attack. On the PlayStation 5. Who would have thought it? Brilliant. And of course got the book as well. And there's a Turrican art book. I have to admit, I'm not a big book fan. Haven't read many books over the years, but being Turrican, I make the exception. But also, if it was R-Type, for example, my favourite game of all time, I'd also make the exception for that as well. But yeah, love it. So do some close-ups. I do apologise about the poor lighting, but hopefully it's not too shabby. But anyway, these are actually, I'm assuming, drink coasters. There's 4 of them in there. Note, please peel the front and back protective cover before use. And of course, can I have a Turrican Collector's Edition unboxing video about the soundtrack being featured on a soundtrack CD? And there we go, 16 tracks, it's absolutely superb. One of Hellsbert's greatest, of course. Now, I have to admit, I don't have many documentaries based on Amiga games, but this one's on Blu-ray. The Turrican documentary, which features 8 chapters. Also, bonus, it has the long plays of World of Long Plays. One in time, 99 minutes. Fantastic, really is good. Right, we're still going. I do apologise about the lighting though. It's flicking off the badge. That is a pin badge, which says the Turrican 30th anniversary. There you go, postcard number 2. This one's signed by the team of Turrican. How cool is that? Amazing, really is good. There we go, fantastic. Got some stickers in there as well. Of course, you know me very well. They're far too good to use, but good to own. Well, we've got a poster. Unfortunately, the poster's the same size as the box. I can't get it out of the box. Ugh, just. And yes, I don't have many posters on my wall, but oh, there's 2 of them in here. My goodness me. But brilliant, absolutely superb. Oh, that one was easier than the first. There you go, brilliant. Maybe in the future I will get it framed. I do need more gaming related posters on the wall. Okay, games. We love games. On the PlayStation 5, there's 2 of them. We've got Turrican Anthology number 1, which features Turrican, Turrican 2, Super Turrican, Director's Cut, and Mega Turrican Score Attack. I'm not sure what Score Attack is. Don't know if it's the original game or something new. I'm not sure. And, of course, and there we go, Anthology number 2, the Legendary Turrican is back, which features Turrican 3, Mega Turrican Director's Cut, Super Turrican 2, which I have to admit wasn't blown away by, and Super Turrican Score Attack. Now, of course, we'll try these out on this video, of course. What's that? You want to see one of the posters? Okay. Well, it's going to be difficult to frame though, because the problem is it's double-sided. So what one do you go with? Turrican? Or Turrican? Probably that one, I expect. But yes, also, another one, which is also assumed to be double-sided. I've always preferred posters to be rolled up rather than folded, but that's my own personal opinion, of course. There's another one, and again, you've got a choice of 2. Probably that one, I expect. Yes. Brilliant. Okay, let's get some gameplay done, but I'm really tickled with that. The problem is now, the PlayStation 5 is now in here, and the PC is now in there. So I've got to move that to there. Now, considering all the things that's in that box, I think it's really good value for money. When you consider that in the bottom right hand corner though, that Turrican Anthology 1 alone is $29.99. So I don't think it's too shabby at all. There we go, love what I'm seeing, love what I'm hearing. Select your language. And I love the fact it's got the original box art as well. Turrican 1, Turrican 2, Super Turrican Director's Cut, and the Mega Turrican Score Attack. There we go, another nice touch. You press the R1 button on your controller and you skip through and you see different cover designs. But of course, I approve of. It's amazing. Really is good, love it. Okay, we're going to go for Turrican 1. controls are going to take some serious getting used to, considering I play this game with a normal, regular one-button joystick. But yes, the controls are the wheel for R2, the power line for R1, circle is mine, triangle is bomb, flash, which is basically the lightning, L2, square is fire, and X is jump. And you can also change it to up for jump, which of course with the joystick I would have stuck with that. But a controller will stick with X. Interesting display options here, but yes, the full screen is a big no-no from me. Also the 4x3, the perfect times 2, and the perfect times 1. Look how small that screen is. Who would play it like that? We'll go for perfect. RGB, shader, wallpaper. None. There we go. Cheats! How dare you? How dare you ask me this? No, 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 no. We don't cheat on this channel. Jukebox, we start game, close game. There we go. Put it up later.
Welcome to Turrican.
There we go. On the PlayStation 5, who would have thought? Looks amazing, sounds amazing. Game. Right, audio. Let's give it a try. Okay, so the game is Turrican, a 1990 video game, developed by Method Trent, developed for the Commodore 64 by Rainbow Arts. It was also ported to other systems later. In addition to concept design and character creation, Trent's programmed Turrican used the Commodore 64. The sequel, Turrican 2, Final Fight, followed in 1901 for the Commodore 64 and other platforms. And who would have thought a game like this, and featured on a system like this, for the PlayStation 5, looks absolutely superb. Looks great, sounds great, plays well. But of course, the biggest problem, which always going to be a problem for me, is trying to adapt to the new control system. Of course, the first game and second game I played mostly on the Amiga by using a one-button joystick. Now we're going for 6 different buttons. Yes, you heard right, 6 different buttons are needed for this game here. They can change quite a lot of controls in the options screen, but you still do need quite a lot of them. And they can have up for jump or fire for jump, which I think is probably best with a controller by having a fire button for jump. But with a joystick, I've always preferred up for jump. But not just the controls, you can also change the audio options. You can either have no audio at all, or you can go for the original soundtrack, which is called the CD audio, or the Studio Remake, which is brilliant. I will include a few of them for this video. Turrican can be described as a cross between Metroid and Psycho Mix Oscar, while the huge levels and the morphable function can be inspired by Metroid. The overall graphics design and weapons were inspired by Psycho Mix Oscar. Unlike many other action games at the time, Turrican did not force the player to accomplish a linear level. Instead, the player can explore levels, design, and uncover secrets. And this game does have a lot of secrets in terms of digital lives. Okay, approaching the first boss, and of course in this game you've got the basic firepower, also got the flash, the mine, the power line, the bomb, as well as the gyroscope, also known as the wheel. Of course changed per game. In this game, down the bottom left corner you've got those 3 stars, that's telling you how many times you can use it. And that changes per stage, I think. In the second game you use it as many times as you like and as much time as you want to use it. Basically it's unlimited. But the third game you had a bar, which providing the bar is present on the screen, use it as much time as you like, providing the bar doesn't run out. Once it runs out, you can't use it anymore. But I think it replaces at the end of each stage, or you die. So yes, quite different. And of course it did feature in other games as well. But again, some slight iterations. Right, 1 up to plenty. There you go, 5 now. It really is good. But yes, the controls is really difficult to adapt to. That shield which makes you limited, which is for the bottom bit. The one thing these games do not lack is life, so they're absolutely everywhere, so in case you remember where we are. But up there, there should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 11 now. It's fantastic. But yeah, I'm starting to get a hang of the controls, but yes, if I'm playing this game on a joystick, which I will continue to do quite a lot, up for jump is better. But yes, playing this game on a controller, yes, it does make sense to use a button for jump. But yeah, it's making it quite difficult. But yes, in this version, you only have 2 weapons. The multiple, which is my favourite, and the laser, which is my least favourite. However, in number 2, my favourite weapon was the laser, and my least favourite was one of the new ones, which is the bouncer. But yes, in this game, the weapon you use by holding the fire button down is the flash, which in the second game, it was called the lightning. But in number 3, it was placed all together by using the plasma rope, which basically lets you swing. Which took some getting used to once again, but once you got the hang of it, it worked really well. But yes, it was quite a change. Right, lives have plenty, but some of them are in very, very difficult, risky situations. But do it successfully in Spike City, it should be okay. But yeah, sometimes it literally just fall from the sky. Ugh. But with a controller, it's not easy to do. There's another one. Down there's another one. Bingo. Now we're trying to get back. Yeah, not many places it's safe to stand. Use the gyroscope. Bingo. We're also going to try and jump out of it at the right time. Pick your time wisely. Oh my lord, look at my energy though. 15 lives we have. Right, now you're in the gyroscope, you're actually invincible. Of course, this one only limits to 3. Right, end of level. There you go. Stand on there. Brilliant. Superb. Turrican was released for Amiga, Atari ST, and CPC, as well as ZX Spectrum and CD-TV. Factor 5 handled the Amiga, Atari ST, and CD-TV versions, while Amstrad CPC and ZX Spectrum versions were published by Probe Software. While all these versions were published in Europe, the Commodore version was the only complete version to be published in North America by Enterprise Software. The Spectrum version of the game was number 2 in the UK sales charts behind Shadow Warriors. It's also to be had in my collection. But anyway, we're going to try and get a few more digital lives and we'll put an end to this part of the video and move on to the next. Just don't shoot the platforms beneath your feet, which very nearly did. There we go, power up, that is fantastic. It replaces all additional lost energy. And there's 2 more. There's 17 we have, it's fantastic, it really is good. In 1901, console ports for the Sega Mega Drive Genesis, Turrican 16 and Game Boy were handled by Code Monkeys and published by Accolade in North America, with the Mega Drive and Game Boy versions being released in Europe. The conversion of the game for the Atari Jaguar was under discussion by German studio Softgold, but the work for the port was never stated beyond discussion phase. In the meantime, it's in it with Boom and Pow. There we go, fantastic, it really is good. 15 lives, I've lost a few lives already, but overall, I'm really tickled with it. Absolutely fantastic. Move on to this game now, that is Turrican 1. Okay, day 2, it's actually my birthday today. I can't record for long, I'm going out for a meal later. But anyway, strictly limited games, strictly limited in time. Press the PlayStation button and controller. Done. And as I said on my PlayStation 5 unboxing video, I still didn't get around to doing the logo change, and I've done just that. And you do that by downloading an app on your phone. That allows you to get notifications of what's happening in the world of PlayStation, and also you message your friends. So that is done as well. Right, battery is low. I bought myself a new cable. Where is it? Might be 1 year older, I'm still doing the same thing, losing things all the time. Bought myself a 3-meter cable. Like the other one, I'll pick it up later as well. There we go, we arrived at my favourite one on the list, Turrican 2. Got it in 1991, absolutely fantastic, loved it so much. 2 weeks later, went to town again, got the first game as well. In the space of 2 weeks, got first and second, took me years to get the third. This is Turrican 2. Okay, so the game is Turrican 2, The Final Fight, the second game in the Turrican series. The game was developed by Factor 5, released on Commodore Amiga in 1991. This version was finished before the CD4 version, but Manfred Trent cites that the CD4 version was original design. Turrican 2 was released also for the CTV, the Atari ST and Amstrad CPC, as well as the ZX Spectrum and later for MS-DOS. And also for the Mega Drive and Sega Mega Drive Genesis, with the Game Boy branded as Universal Soldier. And again, what a fantastic game it is. It's how it began with me. Got it in 1991 for the Commodore Amiga, which of course I still have. And I love the game so much. It was in the same shop, which of course it was Computer World in Mexico and Canada at the time. Went in with my dad and bought the first game as well. And I've always found the first game to be the most difficult of Division 3. The third one I finished quite quickly. Yeah, this has always been my favourite one, this one. But yes, on this one you have a few additional skills, a few additional weapons. And of course, like the first game, it plays so well. But graphically, on the PlayStation 5, it's not much different from basically playing this game on an emulated Amiga. But of course, it just looks so good, it plays so well, and yes, the controls are a problem once again, but I'm slowly getting there. But it's very responsive, there's no lag at all, and the sound is amazing. Of course, like the first game, and of course I'm sure all the others on this list, you can also adjust the controls, and also adjust the music if you so wish to. Right, boss battle, of course you can extend the length of the lightning, which is what I tend to do with this boss. Weakness is the head, don't be hit by the falling debris falls from the top. So good, plays so well. Of course the controller does make conversation a little bit more tricky, but there we go, fantastic. 47,100 we have, and of course you have the time limit once again. There are 3 primary weapons, the bouncer, the laser and the multiple, each with several layers of firepower. In addition, there's the white laser wall which sweeps across either side of the player. The player starts off with 3 of these at the start of each life, and then also a second primary weapon which is activated by holding down the fire button. This takes the form of a long segmented steerable laser beam which is essential for defeating boss battles. Anyway, picked up 1 additional life so far. We're reaching the end of the stage. It's so good. Really is good. End of the level. The Amiga Atari version of Turrican 2 was published by Rebel Arts, began development in May 1990 and was released in February 1991. And in January 1991, an issue of British Gaming Magazine The One interviewed members of Rebel Arts as information regarding Turrican 2's development and pre-release interview. According to Manfred Trent's designer of Turrican 1 and 2, he picked the name from a phone book, and Turrican stemmed from the Italian name Turricano. And Trent further stated that it always gets titled that way as there's always good material out there and you don't have to make it up. Turrican 2 has 7 layers of parallel scrolling and was originally coded for the Commodore 64 as was its predecessor. Now it's very difficult to read while doing it, and of course in this game, and like other games as well, you also go in the water, you're safe there. Of course the animation is spectacular. Take the waterfall, keep going, keep moving all the time. Right, boss battle, 7 lives we have. Again, like the first one, we're going to use the lightning. We'll hit the specific points, which is on the tip of the head. Try to. There you go, bingo, fantastic. I don't know why I said tip of the head, it's the eyeball, Jamie. There you go, destroy the eyeball, destroy the boss. End of level. 7 lives we have, and we ended it with 295 seconds. Okay, next boss. This one's actually doable. You can actually just kill it by staying in one location, but it is risky doing like that. I do recommend you having quite a lot of energy to do it. You've got to try and get better with its guns. Sure, its gun, go for the core. You've also never been caught by that, that's going to tune you. Which does feature in a later level. You get tuned by an alien, and that is an instant kill whether you've got energy or not. But now it's just a waiting game, really. But yeah, it's so good. It really is good. It's performing so well. And it is strange, I have to admit, playing a game like this, on a system like this, using a controller like this. But it's working. I'm getting the hang of it now, but yes, I still would rather use a joystick. There we go. Balloon Pow, have some of that. Super. There you go, no one bites the dust. Brilliant. 10 lives intact, 313 seconds remain. And of course, this game not only takes place on foot, it also takes place in the air. 12 lives we have, but I still would rather use a joystick over this controller. I'm not saying it's a bad controller, it is a good controller, but no offense to controllers, I just don't like them. I never have done. Never have done. If I grew up with a Sega or a Nintendo, it would be a different story. Then I'd be saying, oh, I don't like joysticks, I'm not a fan of joysticks. Anything but joysticks. Alright, 12. But anyway, next boss, I'm going to try and stick with this. Trying to avoid the bouncer if I can. Does pick up quite some speed. Katakis Lives, another fantastic game. Right, boss battle. We've got 10 power lines. We'll try and destroy it piece by piece. And again, it looks and plays so well. Those come in, that's fine. A few more, there we go. We're powerless, but you can still be killed by it. Bingo. There you go, superb, because it damages your ship. Off you go. Right, let's see how we do. Of course, in this game, you just go extremely fast paced at times. I've always been a fan of these. We can also get quite a few additional lives from here. You've got to be in the right place at the right time. But this is the ultimate control pad test. Yes, basically your spaceship is destroyed by the previous boss. You defeat the boss, but it hits you with its last hurrah at the end, leaving your ship smoking, basically. This is the ultimate test. One up. Yes. Take that. You want to be reasonably ahead of the game, really. Not on the far left side of the screen. But there we go. I'm happy with that. That's absolutely fantastic. Of course, it repairs your spaceship, which we need for the next boss. And we'll move on to the next game. But yeah, it's absolutely superb. Of course, in this level, the time limit doesn't move. Again, destroy it piece by piece. Use the power lines, that's what they're there for. They are powerful. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I'm trying to reduce the amount of footage for this game. We're going to too much focus on one game. But then we're going to move on from now. That is Turrican 2, the final fight. Okay, this part of the video, we're going to have a bit of speed run. But anyway, I'm quite intrigued to see what Director's Cut is, as well as Score Attack. But in the meantime, we're going for Super Turrican. This one I've not finished, but I do own it, sort of. There we go, amazing game once again, not played for a while, but this one is difficult. This is Super Turrican Copyright 993 by Factor 5. Okay, so the game is Super Turrican, a run-and-gun video game, and the 5th game in the Turrican series, released for the SNES in 1993. Super Turrican was released on Virtual Console in Europe and Australia February 29th, 2008, and North America March 3rd, 2008 also. And again, a really good game. This one should technically be a lot more easier to play on a controller, because of course being on the SNES, that's what you're supposed to be doing. But I've not played this one nowhere near as much as 1, 2 or 3, but I always found this one to be the most difficult of all the Turrican games. What I found to be most difficult is of course to change the control screen once again, but also the character cannot jump nowhere near as high as good other games. But the weapons are fairly similar. You've got the jump, the fire, the power line, the wheel, and the freeze beam, which basically replaces the flash of Turrican 1 and the lightning of Turrican 2. It doesn't technically kill them though, but just freezes in good spots. Depending on how big the enemies are, it will determine how long they're frozen for. But yes, the weapons are a lot more fast paced, and yes, that freeze beam is good, but yes, it can be a bit of a handful sometimes, but you can't really use it for killing bosses with. But the weapons are great, and of course the music by Chris Helsbeth is again really well done. But this first level isn't overly long though. But yes, the weapons are very good, and of course you can upgrade them by picking up the same icon more than once. Of course, like in the second game, you also jump on enemies' heads, while this one you jump on more of them. Pick up diamonds, additional points, and helps, but I don't think you're additional items to score. But playing the Turrican game, of course, you'll be so many, lasts plenty, but in this one, I've not got overly far, there's not many I've found so far. Of course, the time limit is featured, and of course, any bar does trade a lot faster than this one. But the game is absolutely superb, it really is good. Short level, we go for the exit door. Super Turrican was developed by Factor 5 and published by Seika and plays similar to Mega Turrican, also developed by Factor 5 and shares a similar visual style. The game has different sets of levels, however features a freeze beam in place of the original lightning whip. The game only features 4 levels and ends with an H.R. Geiger inspired alien boss, despite being a representation of a machine similar to the one featured in Mega Turrican featured in the prologue. Now in other boss battles I tend to use the lightning or the flash, but of course here you cannot use the freeze beam, so you've got to be a little more cautious in this one. But it's absolutely superb, and again the time limit stops on boss battles, of course is a very good thing. Pick up diamonds, they always help with reaching points. A previously unreleased uncut version of the game, Super Turrican Director's Cut, was included with the analog Super NT console. Previously, this uncut version was chosen to be a release for the Wii's Virtual Console, but was rejected by Nintendo due to not being released on the previous console. Director's Cut was also released with an aftermarket cartridge for the SNES console in 2022, which also includes the original game. And like the original game, you can also go in the water, but it's never safe underwater, but you can also use your freeze beam underwater as well. But the bigger they are, the least time they spend frozen. But yes, you can also get additional energy on the way as well as shields. And it's random each time. There you go, it's fantastic. Really good.
Power up.
Okay, energy's maxed out, and we also have 7 lives, and time is routed to 133 seconds. But anyway, I love going back to old original boss battles. There you go, return an old friend. But anyway, I'm going to change different tactic on this one. I'm going to jump on the gun, shoot him directly in the face, and avoid the damage to the top. But there we go, it really is good. I love that. And I think that's the end of the stage. Yeah, this one, I haven't got overly far. But it's a good game though. But there you go, that is Super Turrican. Okay, it's actually 1 o'clock in the morning. I know I'm crazy, but anyway, I think that's more enough for Anthology 1. We'll move over to Anthology 2. Okay, so we've got Turrican 3, Mega Turrican Director's Cut, Super Turrican 2, and Super Turrican Score Attack. We'll go for Turrican 3. Okay, move over to Anthology number 2. This is Turrican 3. It's still my most expensive amiga box I have in my collection. It's fantastic. Copyright 1993 by Factor 5. Okay, so the game is Mega Turrican, a run-and-gun video game developed by Factor 5 in 1983 and marketed by Data East in 1994. As part of the Turrican series, it was designed for the Sega Mega Genesis and later followed by the Amiga port, created by Kaiko and Neon Studios under the title of Turrican 3 Payment Day. Despite not being the original, the Amiga version was one of the first commercially released in 1903, published by Rainbow Arts in Germany and Renegade for the rest of Europe. The Mega Drive version did not have a publisher and was unreleased from spring 1903 to 1994. When Data East took over the worldwide distribution, Data East itself released the game in North America and contacted Sony Unitsoft for the game's distribution in Europe. But the game, of course, graphically is not as good as 1 and 2, but it is a good game nevertheless, and this one did finish quite quickly. Now, last night I had a very brief go of Mega Turrican, which I hadn't played for a while, but yes, technically it is the same game. Of course, the music and sound effects is better on the Amiga. But the game is great, I do like it. Okay, so the weapons in this game, the multiple is a powerful spread shot, very effective in the open field. Laser, which is good for tough enemies. Rebound, which I have to admit is my least favourite in this game, is a very useful weapon for enemies above and below your character. The rebound shoots off the walls and walks down it. A little bit like R-Type. You also have the homing missile and the smart bomb, but no power lines in this game. And the smart bomb kills most things on screen. But yes, of course, the biggest change in this one is, of course, the plasma rope, which, of course, replaces the freeze beam and the flash and the lightning. But yes, it takes some getting used to. In fact, as it says in the instruction manual, once you've figured it out, it's a very useful tool. Very good for finding additional items, like extra lives, for example, or secrets. But yes, it's good. But basically, there's you swing around the screen and get from higher grounds. And sometimes you have to skip through normal areas in normal stages. Now also you do have the time limit and the energy bar features, and the gyroscope, which is technically called the wheel on this one, is limited in time. And the smart bombs are limited to 3. Every time you die or finish a stage, you replenish with 3 more. Right, so up here should be another additional life somewhere. Alright. The Sega Mega Drive version of the game was re-released on Wii's Virtual Console service in Europe and Australia March 22, 2008, and in April 14, 2008 in North America. It was also released once again for the Sega Mega Drive Genesis in 2022 as Mega Turrican Director's Cut, an aftermarket cartridge containing the original game and a new variant with some of the store content and a store attack level. But yes, I've always preferred this version, and yes, I've always thought this one is the easiest of the original 3. Now, the first one is still going to be the most difficult and probably the longest in length. But yes, 2 is always going to be my favourite, but this game is also fantastic. But yes, it does take some time to get used to the plasma rope. It does actually say in the manual, it will take some time. But once you've got it, you'll be swinging like Tarzan. Yes, use it to get to high grounds, use it to find additional secrets. It really is good. Okay, go well so far. I've got 10 lives, should be more than that, but half of them I can't remember where they are. But anyway, if you're running low on time, it's best not to be spending too much time looking around for lives. But anyway, this one is very much like the level features in Wolfchild, which is not a fantasy game, but I've never actually finished that one before. But yes, you've got to keep moving all the time. You can get some instant kills in this game, but yes, you can fall into a proper pit. The trouble is, these platforms fall beneath your feet. Okay, don't get a lot of time to make your choice. Make your move. So down there, to there, over here. You can also jump in these heads. Also, you've got the kickback. Every time you take a hit, it knocks you back a little bit. A bit like Castlevania, was never really a fan of that. Not as bad as other games though, but yes, it can sort of throw you off the cliff if you don't pay attention, really. But there we go, fantastic. I think energy also replenishes at the end of the stage. Okay, so arriving in the Junkyard. I love this level because it features so many boss battles. And there's a similar level to Outtakes Final 2, which also takes place in a Junkyard. I love seeing original boss battles and enemies in previous games. And of course this one we've seen quite a few times already. You cannot use the flash, you cannot use the lightning, and you cannot use the freeze beam, which is the classic jumping shooting technique. There we go. And we keep moving. Factor 5 began working on Turrican 3 for the Amiga right after Turrican 2 was released in 1991. They had a working demo that already had some features in the final game. However, around the time, the Amiga market was already in decline, and together with Rainbow Arts, they decided to develop the game for the Sega Mega Drive instead. The game was completely and utterly redesigned for the console version and was co-developed by Factor 5 and members of Kaiko. The development was already known as Mega Turrican and was finished in the spring of 1993. But Factor 5 was still lacking a publishing agreement at the time of the point, since Rainbow Arts did not perform direct operations of the console business. Anyway, another boss battle featuring this level. It's fantastic, of course. I love the fact that enemies are featured again, but a little bit worse than where this time. Of course, it's featured twice before, It's brilliant. I love that. Fantastic. There we go. And that's more enough footage for this one. We'll move on to the next one. We'll move on to the end parts of the video now, but that is Turrican 3. Okay, we're over at the final game of this video. This is one I've only played one prior to today. This is Super Turrican 2, copyright 1995 by Factor 5. Right.
I'm your salt suit.
Okay, so the game is Super Turrican 2, a 16-bit shooter for the SNES, developed by Factor 5 and marketed by Ocean Software in 1995. As part of the Turrican series, it's a sequel to Super Turrican for the same platform. The game was released on Virtual Console in North America on September 29th, 2008. However, it was retired without explanation on October 2013 in the same region. It was also re-released as an aftermarket cartridge for the original SNES console in 2022, which also includes a score attack level of Super Turrican. And this is only the second time I played it. I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's actually quite a good game. It looks great, plays well, got some nice features, nice backgrounds, nice music, and of course the weapons are very fast paced and powerful. But when I think of Turrican, this is not Turrican for me. This is more Contra. This is more Bionic Commando, and this is more Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super Return of the Jedi. Which of course is not a bad thing, all very good games as well, but yes, it's totally different from the original Turricans. And when I think of Turrican, I don't think of driving cars, but in this game you've got 3 different vehicles. This is the Desert Tube Buggy, which of course can jump very high, and of course you can fire while in the vehicle. We'll try and pick up the usual diamonds. We also got the space motorcycle and the underwater moto jet, which again is not Turrican for me. But the game is good. You can fire on all cylinders. You've got the smart bombs, but yes, the firepower, you've got the jump, the fire, the freeze laser, the smart bomb, and the wheel, as well as the cyber fist. And yes, you can climb the walls like you would do in Turrican 3, but this time more climbing up the walls like you would do in Bionic Commando, which is not a bad thing. Bionic Commando is a good game. You do have the usual energy bars, you do have the usual time bars, and of course, lives of plenty. This one I really have no idea. But the smart bombs are also very good. Pretty much kills everything on the screen. You do get the occasional boss battles, but I'm assuming probably not as much as other games, but I have not gone overly far with this game. It's only the second time I've played. Anyway, our buggy has been destroyed, but we're not done yet, so we're going to try and move on. We'll also grab the ceiling at the side and swing like Tarzan once again, but we're going to use the 3 smart bombs. Right, so we've got to try and destroy the tower. So I'm going to use up the smart bomb, waste not, want not. There we go, and it looks great, and of course very powerful. But yes, if you stay in this front section, you should avoid most of its attacks. You can also crouch and also shoot in the air. But yes, you do also have the freeze laser, which features in the first game as well. But there we go. Not bad, not a bad game, it's okay. But apparently it did score quite highly. Gems collected, gems missed, and the usual lives. We have 4 now. But there we go. It's a fantastic game, but that's more enough footage for this video. That is Super Turrican 2. Okay, buddy, that's more enough footage. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm absolutely tickled pink with my purchase. Now, for today's outro, I'm going to slow it right down. Yes, I am. This is Jamie from Warden's Games. Please like and comment. You can find me on most platforms. Type in Warden's Games, you find fairly easily. Lots of videos like this, do retro pages that cheat, I'm making, and live streams every Friday night. You can time 8 o'clock. It's the heart of a week. Until next time, take it easy. Ciao, bye, see ya. God has no, I can't do it like this. I can't do it like this. It's gonna have to be up for jump. It's gonna have to be up for jump. Jumping on a controller. Not a fan. Not a fan, man. It's gonna be a joystick.
Welcome to Turrican.
Okay, so the game's Turrican, a 1990 video game developed by Method Trends, developed for the Commodore 64 by controls. It's going to be an issue here. X for jump, not up for jump. You can change it. I've tried it. Still can't get used to it. Not on the controller. Okay, so the game is Turrican, a 1990 video game developed by Method Trends, which was developed by the I need a cup of tea. In addition to the concept design and character creation, Trends programmed Turrican on the 64 sequel. No, wrong. Okay, so the game is Turrican, a 1990 video game developed by Method Trends, developed for the Commodore 64 in Rainbow Arts. In Rainbow Arts. No, Jamie. No. Okay, so the game is Turrican, a 1990 video game developed by Method Trends, developed... No, that's wrong as well. This controller is difficult to adapt to. In addition to the concept and character creation, trans-programmed Turrican using CG4, the sequel Turrican 2, Final Fight... Okay, so the game is Turrican, a 1990 video game developed by Manfred Trend and developed for the Commodore 64 by Rainbow Arts. It was ported to other systems later. In addition to concept design and character creation, Trends programmed Turrican using Season 4. The sequel, Turrican 2, The Final Fight, followed in 1991 for the... There's a fly in here, and he went up my nose. Turrican 2 was released for the CDTV, Atari ST, and the CPC and ZX Spectrum, later for MS-DOS. And also for the Mega Drive I always get a mix with Sega Mega Drive Genesis. Mega Drive Genesis. Okay, so the game is Turrican 2, The Final Fight, the second game in the Turrican series. The game was developed by Factor 5, released in 1991 for the Commodore Amiga. The version was finished before the sequel version, but still... Oh, my boya.